Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you know, the last video we ended up selling the Jeep, and they said that their kids love the Jeep, so it was a bittersweet. Like I said in my last video, I kind of miss it to an extent, but at the same token, it does help to know that there's another family that gets to enjoy that vehicle as much as me and my family enjoyed the vehicle. And as you know, we got the Project 1983 F100, and I've been thinking about what other vehicle that I was wanting to get to replace the Jeep. After buying this vehicle, after buying the old truck, I really enjoy driving this truck, even though the truck's not nice. I don't know what it is about it. I guess it's where it's a classic or something, and it don't have all the amenities and stuff of a new vehicle. But when I get in this truck and drive it, it still, puts a smile on my face, I guess you should say. It's just enjoyable to drive. It's got its quirks and rattles and stuff, so I can't wait to continue building this truck. Bought some stuff today for it, and I'll probably be making a video on doing a few little odds and ends to this truck here in the next few days. However, I did go ahead and purchase another vehicle, and I'm excited to show you the vehicle that I purchased. In a history, I guess, going back about this vehicle, I grew up owning these particular vehicles, and I really enjoyed them at that particular time. But then, you have kids and stuff like that, and your priorities change, and you gotta have the whole four-door vehicles and comfort vehicles to go on trips and stuff. But my wife, she's got an SUV, so we got a good comfortable vehicle for family. So I wanted another project vehicle, but I wanted a project vehicle that ran good and that I could just get in and drive, because I still drive this some, but this is not really up to par to what I would consider a daily driver. This is more like if I need to haul something, I'll drive the truck. Every once in a while when I go to work, I'll decide to drive the truck just to have fun and just get in it. So I got a new daily driver, and I'm wanting to show it to you. I hope you like it. It's going to be on the channel now. It's got some stuff that it needs as well, but overall it's a pretty nice vehicle. We will do some videos on it too, just bringing it around and taking it to the next level of being really nice. Like I said, I still want to focus on the F100. So let me show you what I bought and let me know what you think about it. So here is what I bought. This is a 1987 Mustang GT. It is all original. It's in really good shape. It does need some things, it needs a few little odds and ends, like the paint's faded around the window here, the black. So we're gonna do stuff like that and just really dial in this car and make it really nice. This car is a 5.0 5-speed T5 transmission. It is all original, like I said. I think that I'm the third owner, but I have the original manuals with this car. I have the service records for this car, and this car has a lot of the pieces that are usually missing. These cars usually get modified and chopped up. People like to race them, so I really wanted something that was more reliable, something that was untouched. This car has 120,000 original miles, 124,000 original miles. So it's a really nice car. This is just the outside. This is a gray color with the silver bottom, and I think it's got a gray titanium interior. And I can show you inside. The interior is in fairly good shape. There's no rips in the seat that I've seen. And you can see here, it's got 124,332 miles. The Transmission on this car is super tight. It's don't have no play in it. There's no play in the steering. The steering is very tight as well. It drives very good. Stuff like this, the ashtray lid, it's broke. I'm gonna have to fix that. But overall, the car is in really good shape. I'll pop the hood. So like I said, the 5.0 and all original, besides these plug wires, which he gave me the original plug wires that came on the car, and they actually say 1987 on them. I thought that was neat. It still has the box for the coil. It still has the stickers on the original fenders. It still has the boot on the distributor. Those things are always usually missing. Everything looks to be period correct. I do, however, have a few little things that we're going to have to work on, which I'll make some videos on. You can see that the strut towers are in good shape. They're not rusted up or anything. So this is a really nice car, man. It still has all the original stickers here. This one is starting to come up a little bit. I'll probably put a little glue there and glue that down. I've not even washed this vehicle or anything. This is the way it came. I actually found this vehicle. It was 6 hours away, and I took a gamble without seeing the vehicle in person, and I told him if he could deliver it to me that I would buy it. And the guy that I bought this off of was a super good guy, and he told me that wouldn't be a problem, that he likes to travel. So he brought me the car, and I'll show you the trunk. So you can see there's like no rust up through here. It's super clean, and it still has the sticker, VIN sticker up there on the hatch. It has the leather pouch, and it has the awning still. These awnings usually are always missing, but it still has it. Someone did put that aftermarket CD player in it. It's a Pioneer. However, I have the original stereo that came with it. Everything that he did different on the car, he kept the original parts. So I was really glad about that, and I plan to do the same. I am going to have to buy some struts for this because it will not stay up by itself. It's got the cheese grater tail lights, the original 87 tail lights, but it's overall a very clean car. It's not perfect by any means, but it is very clean. And here's the back seats. You can see it's very clean back here too. I am going to have to get some new seat belts. I noticed the other day when I got in it, they're starting to fray a little, so I'll probably end up trying to find some seat belts for this. But you can see, just like the door, like look at this door, how, I mean, they hardly ever shut like that. There's no play in the doors. I picked up on them. The door pins are really good shape. It's just mostly like this black trim's just faded out and stuff that I'm gonna have to touch up. And there's some other little things here and there that I'm gonna have to touch up. When I first got the car off the trailer, it did idle just a little weird, but it hasn't did that the past couple of days. I'm gonna dig into that some more. I just haven't got around to it just yet. Like I said, I didn't really want to work on this car without filming it. I want you guys to see everything that I do to the F100 project and the Project Fox. We're going to try to bring this thing around and make it really nice. I don't plan on doing aftermarket stuff. I would like to try to keep this as original as possible. Things that I will probably do is get different wheels. I will keep those factory wheels put up and stuff like that. Anything that I take off the car, I'm going to keep. Everything that I replace on the car, I'm going to make sure that I can make it back to factory. I'm not going to take the motor out unless if it messes up. I'm not going to do any head work or anything like that. I'm going to drive it factory, 5.0 car, keep it running as clean as possible. This is a true survivor. You don't see cars like this very often that are in this shape. Like I said, it's not showroom quality by any means, but it is nice. It is a nice car. It's 34 years old. So I'm going to do a cold start for you. I have not started this car today. That's one thing that I will be doing is exhaust. They started the exhaust. They've put Flowmasters on it. I do not have the factory mufflers. That's probably the only thing I don't have that was factory on this car. It started rusting. I think the mufflers did, but underneath the car is super clean too. I can try to show you a little bit. You can see there's just like minor, I guess, discoloration, but it's very clean underneath. Even the torque boxes and stuff look good. They're not messed up. So you can hear it surging a little bit. That's the way it did when I pulled it off the trailer. So I've got some things that I'm going to have to do on it. I'll show you the idle inside the car. You can see inside the car that it's surging a little bit. When they pulled it off the trailer, he said it wasn't doing that before he got it on the trailer. I'm going to try to check timing on it, and we may do a base idle reset on it and see if that helps. It could be a throttle position sensor. It could be out of time. It could be a vacuum leak. I don't know exactly what it is, but you can tell that there's a little bit of hesitation when I give it fuel. If I press the fuel, there's like a delay in it. So here's the two project vehicles we got. We got the F100 and we got the Fox Body Stang. Want to call this Project Fox, and then that'll just be the Project F100. Let me know in the comments below if you like these vehicles, if you have any input. You know, maybe one of you know a lot about Fox bodies and can let me know exactly why it's surging. I think I'm going to check the throttle position sensor first and the timing. That's probably the first two things I'll check. I'll probably put a meter on that throttle position sensor and make sure that I'm at the right voltage. I think it's around 0.99 or 0.98 or something like that. I'll check that, make sure that's in calibration. We may have to get a new one if it's not reading correctly. I'll probably end up doing a base idle reset, you know, unplug the idle air control valve and all that stuff, and I'll film all that and try to explain how I go about it. Everybody's got their own way of doing things, but I'm excited to have this vehicle on the channel. I've been wanting to get another Fox Body Mustang for a long time. The last one I had, my daughter was 1. She is almost 10 now, so it's been about 8 or 9 years since I've had one. Kind of going back to my roots, like I said. I'm excited about both of these projects. I hope you guys can join me and follow the builds and give input, and we're trying to do this together and make this a nice little group to discuss vehicles and classics and stuff like that. But anyway, there it is. 1987 Fox Body Mustang hatchback 5.0 5-speed, all original. I appreciate you watching.